Hello everybody, welcome to our presentation. Our presentation is about the answer of how does the global supply chain management manage the risk and disruption of the pandemic COVID-19 outbreak. Discuss the question from supply chain resilience topic because maintaining and improving supply chain resilience are the two important policies during COVID-19. Before we answer this question, let us to introduce ourselves. My name is Rizki Raihan Renanto Putra, number 21. Oka Permana, number 19. Galang Aditya, 24. Wira Cahyanta, number 27. And Mukid Putra, number 28. So before we let you know to what is effect of COVID-19 on supply chains. Second is indirect impact to confidence. And the third is supply side shock. This will in turn make it difficult to resolve the problem. Strong feedback loops, bivalent cycles add force to this process, making the situation increasingly worse. So, first, we explain our answer based on the journal Supply Chain Risk Management under COVID-19, review and research agenda from Arash Shahin 2020. Studied supply chain resilience literature with focus on resilience modeling and quantification and connected the supply chains to other networks, including transportation and command and control. Based on the following for recommendation emerged to move the field of supply chain resilience analytic modeling forward. First is reconsideration of the definition of supply chain resilience. It's necessary to enhance the efficiency of resilience management. Then, but the type of disruption in the supply chain resilience, particular system discovery assessment from unknown disruption and systematic threats. It's necessary to emphasize that supply chain resilience management can be quantified. And the third is consideration of the and control cyber and transportation is needed for quantifying global network interactions and more robust supply chain resilience model that accurately describe traits of between efficiency and resilience to prevent cascading failures.
My name is Wira. During COVID-19, business should focus on how to minimize supply chain disruption and to adjust immediately to a changing landscape by first determining the risk structure in supply and its impact on demand. And they need to predict supply shortage caused by the multiple sourcing alternatives. Three steps are suggested for the improvement of supply chains during COVID-19. The first one is understand exposure. First thing first, identify origin of supply to identify severity of risk. And then the second, enhance communication to employees on infection risk concern. And then the third, determine impacted demand to determine required supply. And then we move to the anticipate shortage. First thing first, determine available inventory and consider transport alternatives. And then the second, pre-book air freight or rail capacity and try to avoid concentric routes. And then the last one is source of for alternatives option. The first thing is considers alternatives. Move to non-Chinese countries if multi-sources. And then the last one is automation or deploy AI or develop new service.
My name is Mukid Putra. Supply chain resilient moderate the influence of the supply side endurance resources of disruption. Supply chain resilience moderate in the influence of the supply side endurance resource on description to improve understanding of supply chain resilient insurance. This resilient metric the include recovery time, recovery cost, market share, and contingent strategy cost. And next is robustness has two main aspects of the anticipation appropriate change earlier or when change up and the robustness is a means to the resilience and anticipation is the first step in the resilience to gain knowledge about endurance and feasibility, the first step to being agile. Feasibility is required in the achieving knowledge of the actual changes that are taking place. To more key aspect of the achieving resilience are readiness and speed, which can be improved by improving relationship specific asset that help supply chain deal with the change profit proactively or reactively. Will the resilience require readiness to the stability to supply chain and agility requirements speed to the move to the supply chain back to the stable situation.
The second answer based on the journal COVID-19 Managing Supply Chain Risk and Disruption from Deloitte 2020.
How to responding to the immediate challenge based on the article COVID-19 Managing Supply Chain Risk and Disruption of Deloitte. There are 5 ways to responding to the immediate challenge. First, increase focus on workforce planning. As companies start to resume work, they need to consider how to restart business operation in the middle epidemic prevention and make sure they can return to a normal. And fourth, understand and activate alternate source of supply. Company need to move quickly to activate secondary supplier relationship to secure additional critical inventory and capacity. Focus on production scheduling agility. With expected supplier and demand disruption, prioritize what product will be produced in the event of material inventory shortage.
Advances in information and communication technology make evolution into the supply chain more likely. Technologies such as IoT, cloud computing, 5G, AI, 3D printing, and robotics are all critical to enabling future digital supply networks. At the same time, a volatile business environment makes it increasingly difficult. Details on how to create a digital supply network will vary from industry to sector and even company to enterprise. Next slide. Uh, in conclusion, focus on increasing value added, ordering and payment process. The company should focus on all activities that can provide value. This principle can produce superior supply chain performance and provide a significant positive impact for businesses, especially in the face of certain disruption, supply chain disruption. In this case, e-commerce services become a thing and that began to be loved by the community. Customers will start shopping for necessities if the company's effort to align core business process strategies and daily activities to create superior operational process. Connecting the overall organizational strategy is an important part of successful supply chain program of a company. This relates to suppliers, distributors, and also customers. Elements will be an important part of improving operation. It needs to be well managed, long chain flow of raw materials to finished goods and received by customers. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, that's all of our answer about how does the global supply chain management in the risk and disruption of the COVID-19 outbreak based on two journals from supply chain resilience topic. Thank you for your attention and goodbye. Thank you.